Is it on? All right. Are we live? Yeah, we're live.
Are we?
Yeah, it's me. I'm sitting there like, hey, what's going on?
I don't see it popped up
Is this my live?
here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, what's up, everybody? I remember this thing. Oh, this is gonna be weird watching the video.
Yeah, so.
What's up?
Howdy, everybody.
John Sennessy in the house.
Awesome. Hey, John.
Posting from the Adventure Nation Friends group on Facebook.
Nice.
This is awesome. Thank you, John. Cheryl and Terry, how you doing? I'll be like in and out, I guess, in text. So I've got my iPad here and trying to, I guess, run the chat.
Yeah, so Kevin's going to have to run the chat and answer the questions, and I'm just going to sit here because I don't really know the answers to the solar questions. So.
She did not plan this out very well.
No, I thought I played it out really well.
That's messed up,
really well.
That is messed up.
You're going to have to do all the work.
Hey, what's up, Pamela?
Hey. Yep, we're totally still on.
It's just coming back.
Okay, I wonder if I pull this down. No, pull this side.
Can you hear me? Oh, peace sign. Okay, they say we're back.
Okay.
We're back. Nope, sorry, we're not over. We're still here. Yeah! Okay. Alright. We're good. Rick and Amy, what's going on? Jonathan, what's up? Beard Club. John says we're working. Laura is back there doing something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get it on the one.
The Jersey Shore. Man, I think it's probably starting to get warm up there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're still, I think this time last year we were in Georgia. Still in Georgia.
No.
Yeah. Oh, maybe South Carolina.
Maybe, yeah. We left, yeah. North Georgia, South Carolina, something like that. It says we're still on.
Lanchester Street.
Alright.
Yeah, we're about to.
Okay, hold on a second. It says I'm live. What does it say?
I don't know. It still shows stream off on the
Okay. We're delayed here, remember, so.
Let us know if we're back, everybody. Looks like it.
Okay.
Okay, we're back. Alright. One day Laura will actually connect it to the Wi-Fi like a master too. That's terrible.
Somebody else? Yeah. And John says it's working now. I wonder if I have to like keep my screen, because my screen shuts. Yeah. Yeah, seriously? I guess I need to just be back here. I don't know.
Okay. Can y'all hear me okay?
The glass causing interference.
I can hear Laura when she sits next to you. You might must be too far. She just doesn't talk very well.
No, I have the Lorena problem.
Yes, I can hear you. Okay.
Okay, so it's hanging in now? Awesome.
Alright, let's try this some more. This is going downhill rapidly.
Oh, no. Well, everybody likes me sitting back here, apparently, so.
No, they don't. They like you up here. Well, they like you back there because it'll work. So, anyway, I guess we're here to talk solar, right?
Yes,
Okay.
because ever since we've been talking about our, putting in solar, everybody wants to know, what we got. They keep asking questions, so we thought we'd do a little tour and answer some of those questions.
Oh, I'm very low. I wonder if it's just picking up from the mic on the opposite side.
Well, it should be picking up on the mic that's pointed towards you.
You would think. But
Yeah.
that's Apple, right?
Okay, I just moved it closer to you, so.
All right, so I guess. Do I just want to start showing Wi-Fi?
Start showing Wi-Fi.
I mean,
You're stuck on a Wi-Fi
yeah, I'm stuck
in your
on
brain.
Wi-Fi. I'm sorry.
No,
everybody.
start. Okay, let's go ahead and do the tour, and then when we're done, we'll come back and sit down and we'll answer some questions. If that sounds cool.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do.
Yep.
All right, let's do this.
Oh yeah, the big reveal is like.
You
Okay.
gotta come closer to me because they said they can't. Or you talk.
Well, I'll come closer after you open it. How about that? Yay. Okay. So this is where we keep all our goodies. You want to
Yeah.
start
I
telling
probably
about
should have
stuff?
put like a mat down here for myself. Right?
Oh yeah.
All right, so a couple of things. So this is our inverter, right? This is basically what turns our 12 volt over to 120, and it will also convert. It's a converter and charger, so it will also convert 120, like if you're plugged into shore power, into 12 volt to charge the batteries, and the batteries are right here. So these are two Victron 300 amp hour lithium batteries. They're basically set up in parallel series. Parallel. Because it's all 12 volt, right? These are where each of these are. So there's two of them here. And you'll see a bunch of wires that you don't normally see on other battery setups. It's because lithium really needs to be watched very closely because the temperature is very sensitive in charging, and also you have to monitor the battery health because it's not like a normal battery where you'll see 12.8, 12.7, 12.6, 12.5, and like at 12.5 you're at 60% capacity or whatever it is. With lithium, it will go from, say a, 12.8 down to like say 12.6, and that's at 80%, but 80 to 20 is 12.5, and say 12.4 is your 20%. So it's really, it's very different than traditional batteries. So they have to be monitored more closely. So you'll see we have what they call a battery management system. So these are wires that are hooked up into the battery management system to monitor those devices.
I'm moving closer because they're saying that they can't hear you
Okay,
very well.
can you hear me now? Maybe we just need to do it in selfie mode because they say they can hear you behind. Let's
Okay.
Okay. How about this? Can you guys hear me now? Any better? I don't even know. I can't see any of the text. You'll have to go look.
Yeah. I haven't got any since.
Hey, give us a thumbs up if you can hear me. Yes. Oh, wow, much better. Okay. All right. So now we know on this phone that it only picks up the audio from the selfie mode. All right. So I'm in selfie mode, so this is going to be a little weird. All right. So going back, here are the lithium batteries, and you'll see it's got lithium on the side. So they make a couple of different sizes, 100, 200, and 300 amp hour, and these are 300 amp hour. By the way, the questions I'll answer at the end. I can't, like, with this setup, I can't,
Yeah, we
like,
don't have
really
an
read
extra
anything.
person to do that.
Actually, you can.
Yeah?
You can sit there and look at the screen. All right, so let's keep, so here, inverter charger, right? Here are the batteries. You'll see a bunch of different, like, modules here. So when you see the red here, this is an on-off, basically like an on-off switch. So it will, not necessarily like a breaker, it just like cuts power totally to that line, where a breaker will do the same thing, but a breaker is looking for an overage to, like, say it's a 120 amp breaker. It's waiting for it to go above 120 amps to basically crap out, right? And shut off power. This will not shut off power. This is more of a manual move. So you'll see I've got two here. There's actually one behind here that you can't see. So as power comes in, so let's talk about that. So,
Let me know when you're ready for any questions.
oh, actually, yeah, let's go ahead and answer some questions real quick.
Dusty Rooster says, do you have an EMS for shore power? And how did you tie that in?
EMS for shore power. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Here, hold on. Take him with me, everybody. So let's go through the whole electrical system like you are at a campground. This is awesome. All right, so shore power. You'll see right here, we're just connected in. That cable runs to our electrical compartment, and it's locked. It's right there. Laura's going to grab the key. So with an EMS, there's two kinds. There's an EMS that will go right here, like plug into the power, and then you plug into that. That's the $50. So people, you'll want to lock it down depending on what kind of neighborhood you're staying in. And the other is integrated. So we used to have, in fact, I got it right here. We used to have one. Looks like this. This is probably, these are like the more expensive ones because it tells you all the error codes or what have you. And just a quick thing, you want one of these, right? There is no, I don't know if y'all have seen our pictures, but this comes from campground power when it's bad. It will literally mess up your power plugs. It will mess up your whole coach. We've heard of people like it frying power lines within the coach. You don't want that to happen. Oh yeah, we were sitting next to somebody in Vegas. Power surge, and it fried the power in their coach. I don't even know how you fix that. That's got to be a freaking nightmare. But anyway, this will save your butt. It acts kind of like a breaker, but also like a line conditioner, and will, in things that you don't know, like, is the hot on the wrong leg, or is the voltage too high or too low, which can mess up appliances. So definitely, if you're going to get one, this is the easiest to do. Now, the other one, this is made by the same company. So you'll see up here, right here, all that is an inline one. So we just plug in the normal power cable, so we don't have to worry about if somebody's, comes over and just takes it, because that's a lot to lose just hanging off the power pole. Anyway, so we do have an EMS. There we go. Hope that answered your question. Thanks for playing. Oh yeah, cool. Awesome, Karen. So, yeah, some people put their batteries, no matter what, here's a couple of things. If they are not sealed, you do not want to keep the batteries in your coach. So lithium is okay. AGM sealed batteries are okay. But if you don't have sealed batteries, you do not want those degassing inside of your coach. So if it's just like the normal, like you pour water into the battery, you don't want to keep those in the coach. Cool? Good.
Ready for another question?
Yeah, let's go ahead and answer another question. By the way, Laura's still here.
Hey.
and looking cute as hell.
Oh my god. Brian Hedrick says, is there auto shut off for protection? Also, how about freezing weather? Lithium does not like freezing. Can you explain?
Okay, so that was a lot of question.
Yeah.
Let's start off with the first part.
Yeah, auto shut off for protection.
Auto shut off for protection. Okay, so the EMS will do the auto shut off for the shore power. And inside of the coach, in the battery setup, and I'll show you guys here in a little bit, we have breakers on all the line feeds. So if any part coming in from the solar to the batteries or out of the batteries, all that's breakered, as well as all the breakers inside of the coach. I hope that answers your question.
There's a related question
Yep.
for the EMS. Does the EMS go right into the inverter charger?
Okay, so yeah, so it goes from 120 comes in, right? So, okay, we have to actually have, there's another discussion here. So you have the generator. The generator comes in, and we have a, I forgot what they call that. Not auto gen start. Anyway, it allows you to have 120 coming in from the generator or the shore power. All of that goes through the EMS. The EMS then goes from there directly into the inverter, right? Oh, transfer switch. Thanks, Wayne. Yeah, automatic transfer switch. So the ATS is what controls power from either the shore or from the generator. You can use both at the same time, but it allows you to not have to like flip a switch or whatever. It does it automatically. So the power goes from there into the inverter charger, and then out of the inverter charger into the coach. Cool. I think that should answer it.
I missed Bonnie. She asked, is it worth all the work and fire risk?
Is it worth all the risk? Okay, but I think this is actually part with Laura. No,
Oh.
you stay here.
Okay.
Okay, so for us, staying off grid, I think is huge, right? Man, we are so shaky. We need to get one of those stabilizers, especially when I'm holding it.
Yeah.
To me, worth the risk, 100%, by far. And I hope you're asking about solar. Is it worth having the EMS? Yes, by far. Is it worth RVing? Hell yes, right? To all the kids? Yes. Yeah, that's just what I have to say on that. What do you think? Is it worth it?
I mean, it was definitely a lot of work. It was more money than work, honestly. But,
I don't know. I'm very expensive.
But being able to not think about it is amazing.
Yeah, that's one thing. It's like Laura can, if we're out on the side of the road, she can flip a switch and turn on the microwave and doesn't even have to think about like how much power am I using. We definitely overspec it, and I wanted it to be that way. Like I didn't want to have to really worry too much about, oh, you know, where are the batteries at, you know, if we just use the microwave for 5 minutes, you know. So anyway, yes, EMS, I'm telling you, that was the first thing we bought. That's because you'll realize using it how bad campground power is. It's not good. Oh, actually, okay, so there was a question about the freezing weather and the batteries being outside. So they're affected by, so the BMS will handle if the temperature is too low, it will basically cut off pulling power or pushing power to the batteries. So that's one thing you definitely want to invest in. Make sure that it has the temperature control, and we'll take care of that. Lithium batteries being cold, I don't know if it's that big of a deal. You just don't want to charge them or really use them when it's cold. The other thing is, that's the whole reason we have the RV. I don't want to really be where it's freezing.
Right.
So
we just drive away.
Yeah, we just drive away in places with, that's not even blue. So don't even look at that. But we're in short, and I'm in shorts. Oh.
So John wants to know what was in that compartment before we put all the.
Oh, yeah. All right. So before, in there we had a grill. We had a big grill, man.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. I miss it. If you go back to some of our other videos, there's us cooking the Beyond Burgers on it.
Yeah.
I really miss it, but we found that we weren't using it that much, or as much as I thought we kind of should be to use that much space.
Yeah.
We've also been kind of downsizing more. We started to find out that, like, even though we've gone from, 1,500 square feet down to 300, we started buying stuff to fill space, and that's just not where we want to be. So we got rid of stuff, and we can buy a smaller grill down the road. We just got to figure out what we want to get rid of, like what's not important to us, and yeah, that's it. I think that's all that was in there.
I mean, there were
boxes.
Yeah, I mean, that was the big
Boxes,
thing that was
yeah.
in there.
Yeah, but the big thing was
Yeah,
the grill.
the other stuff we just shifted around.
Yep.
So most of this is kind of related, although,
Do we have heat in... Okay, there's no heat in the bay, right?
yeah.
I think we got that. So, actually, a couple of things about this bay. This bay is not just like a normal, regular bay. The bay is actually kind of up in part of the coach a little bit, not a ton. So it does get heat when we run the propane heat. It's not warm, but it will get heat from the floor. It's warmer than some of the bucket bays that you'll see that really aren't attached to anything. This is where the water is, so the water lines do get a little bit of warmth from the floor and inside the coach when we have to heat it. I think from Lithium asking like what temperature is too low, I'm guessing freezing. You'll have to look that up. And it could be that each lithium battery is different. I mean, those are from Victron, and they do have some additional things to, I guess, insulate them. So anyway, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Karen, storage versus free camping. Free camping is where it's at. We're kind of hooked up to power here in a campground just because there's no real free camping around. Are you acting like a mama gorilla?
You had one of those cottonwood fuzzy things on you.
So we're here because there's no, and we love Portland. Portland, so much good vegan food.
So Rick and Amy Clark want to know how big is the inverter
Okay.
and what we can run with it.
Okay, the inverter. So it's that blue box right there. It's a 3,000 watt inverter charger. What can we run with it? Up to 3,000 watts. Peak of 6,000.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, guys. Could we? A lot of people are like, "Oh man, what about the AC?" We could run the AC
For a very short period
for
of
a short
time.
period of time. We can,
We're not.
but I don't. Again, I don't want to be that hot.
Yeah.
I think we'll either deal with it or not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
not.
have-
It's not in our plan to run the AC.
It's not in our plan to run the AC with the generator or with the inverter. Can we? Yes. How long? Maybe an hour. We probably could run it longer than that. I have no earthly clue. I just don't want to run it. Really. I mean, when it's hot as hell outside, obviously you want to run it, but at that point, I think go find a campground with power. It's worth the $30 a night.
So Cheryl and Terry want to know if the extra weight has made a difference.
Okay, so as far as weight's concerned, you want to know what's crazy? Okay, this battery, just one of the batteries, is 100 and something pounds. 300 amp hours lithium. We can use 80% of that, so 270? No,
Math is hard.
60. 240, right? Out of each. A regular, it was an SRM 4D from Interstate. I think we maybe got 60. the same weight. Now, these batteries are well over 10 times expensive as that other battery was. But we really only, I think net, we only added a little under 200 pounds.
Yeah, I think that's
with
what we
all of
figured
this
out.
equipment.
Yeah, because we pulled out heavy.
Because we pulled out 100 and something. Actually, no, it was less than that because we pulled out the grill, we pulled out a couple of boxes. So I'd probably say our net gain was like maybe 100, 150 pounds, if that.
Yeah.
So I feel like we did pretty good.
Yeah. Now we haven't weighed ourselves.
Yeah, we haven't weighed ourselves.
We have no idea.
And Laura keeps bugging me about that.
Yep.
I know I'm like a good 208. I'm just kidding.
Okay, wait.
All right, we still need can you net meter? LOL. I don't know what net meter is.
Yeah,
Sorry, I don't know.
Uh,
How do you run your heat pump on the solar? Oh, do you run your heat pump on the solar? Okay, so I guess that kind of goes back to AC. We have a heat pump. So our AC heat pump there. We also have a propane heater inside of the RV, as well as a portable little buddy inside. So we prefer to run the propane heater. It's way more cost effective. You could probably run it for a little bit. I don't see why not. A couple of things that I would think about in doing that is testing how much you're using, right? Or testing how much the heat pump's using, because that's got to be a lot.
Yeah, our
I don't know.
propane heater it's just the fan, really. So
Yeah, I would say.
It doesn't use much.
Yeah,
at all.
with the propane heater, with even running the fan, no problem.
Yeah.
We can run it all night long. It's all good.
Let's see.
We really haven't done a full tour of the solar yet.
Yeah, why don't we'll come back to the
Okay,
questions.
yeah, all right. So, let's do this. Spinny spin. All right, we're back down here. All right, so we went over inverter charger, right? And, all right, so a lot of you guys know Paul and Lorena. I had a way easier time than Paul did. I feel really bad. But to get to my power, so here's the power here, right? The power going in to the original, the original breaker panel, there we go, is literally right up there, and there's a hole where our gravity fill is that goes right up to the power. So all I had to do was pull power from the breaker panel, run it here, which the cable was already long enough so I didn't have to lengthen it, and then I just ran the out back to the panel. So it was amazing. We did not do a sub panel. We may in the future, but we just know we just keep the AC turned off, and we just watch the refrigerator. I mean, we'll kind of know when it's using power. Anyway, so power in and out, then power goes from here to the batteries, right? And so battery across, up, actually, sorry, here's the positive, and that goes to one of the breakers, or not a breaker, one of the on-off switches, so we can turn this is on, flip it up to be off. It comes out of that into a 200 and something amp breaker right here. That thing is huge. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it here. Oh, where are you at? Somewhere right there. Okay, the screen went dark on me. That then goes into the shunt. The shunt is where we monitor the battery power. So we have electronics hooked up to that, and that monitors the in and out of power to the battery. And then from the shunt here is connected into what they call a distributor. Yours may not get this technical. It's mainly really because we have the lithium. So the distributor allows it's a nicer way of hooking things up in series or in parallel, and then those just come out to the batteries themselves. These wires here were for the BMS cables, and those go down to this BMS device. Everything is Ethernet connected, and I'll show you guys why in a little bit. And then there's a lithium. Hold on. This. So this is the smarts behind the lithium control module. Behind lithium control. Anyway, it's made by AM Solar, which is pretty much who we bought all this from. And the other last piece to the system is back here is the solar controller. So it's a 250 amp, 120 volt breaker. Or not 120 volt, 150 volt. 150 volt, pretty sure. 250, 150. That makes sense. What else? We do have one other small solar controller right here, and that's for our ground deploy panel, which we can hook on. Where's that? Right there. That's underneath the steps. It's actually not fully hooked up yet. A couple of reasons why we went with Victron. They basically make all of the components from, they even make solar panels, but we didn't go with Victron for solar panels. But all of the battery stuff is Victron. I just wanted stuff that I could plug in and it would just work together. I didn't have to think about it. Did I pay more? Yes, I did. That's it. I mean, you can piece stuff together way cheaper than what I bought, but I feel like you'll spend a little bit more time frustrated getting stuff to work together. Yeah, when I bought from AM Solar, it was super cool because like you buy a kit, so you buy the inverter kit and it comes with the wire and it comes with the breakers, and we put it in charger only mode, and that is basically when we're on shore power, it just says just charge the batteries, don't invert anything from the batteries, just allow them to pass 12 volt. When you switch it to on, that basically says use the inverter for 120 volt. Well, when you're plugged into 120, you don't want to pull from the batteries. You're decreasing the life of the battery. So I just keep it in charger only mode when we're plugged in, and then when we're not, we switch it over to on. Then this cool screen, it's gonna be really hard to show. So you'll see batteries are fully charged, but you see these like little dots. It shows you which way the power is going, right? So we're pulling in 2,500 watts from the grid into the converter charger. That is pushing, or it's passing through about 400 watts to our AC, anything that's plugged in, and then it's taking the rest of it and pushing it into the batteries. Super cool, right? So it's just a visual representation of how the power's flowing through the coach. Yeah, and then the other thing you'll see right here, that's PV, photovoltaic charger. That's your solar. Right now, so people get a little weirded out when they look at, they're like, oh man, you've got this solar, but it's showing 0 watts. Well, the way that we have it set up, because we're on 120, the solar panels just really don't do anything. I mean, they're pulling in sunlight, but we're not converting it. It just basically shuts off. The system is smart enough and just tells the solar charger not to do anything. It just says, hey man, it's cool that you got all this voltage, we don't need it, we're all good. So it just kind of hangs out. Now, if you wanted to, say you're metered on 120 at a park and you wanted to use solar over that, then you could switch it to the on mode over here and use the batteries to do the 120 conversion, you just lower the use of the batteries, the life of the batteries, not by a ton, but you use it. So yeah, that's it, I think.
So, like the next question that was coming up was
Yeah. All right.
about the
So let's go back to questions. I'm out of the
It
coach.
was about the what kind of solar panels we have.
Oh,
So
okay,
if you wanted
cool.
to go ahead up there and,
Yeah. We'll take you guys on another tour. You
and then
excited?
we'll come back down and sit down and.
All right. So this should be interesting because I have to climb up that.
Here, I'll hold this.
Show everybody my butt.
Awesome.
Oh, Paul and Lorena, they just messaged us. Thanks for being on our live, jerks.
So Kevin's climbing up on top of the house.
Wait, look at this.
I guess I'm gonna have to. Oh yeah, here. Yeah, okay.
No, they can't see it. Up. Yeah.
There we go.
Here you
Okay.
go. All right. Oh yes, butt shot. There you go, Rick and Amy.
That was for Rick.
That was for Rick, by the way. All right, it's super dirty up here. It was totally clean when we installed this. But okay, you can't really see how dirty it is. Awesome. So we have 4 solar panels. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not even pointing the right way. They are 330 watts each at 24 volts. They will max out at 40 something volts. Yes, Karen, I did get the big ones. So the reason why I went with the 24 volt, right? And it comes down to this. I didn't want to run series. I always get those messed up. I didn't want to run series because if you shade one panel, they all, thanks Donna. Yeah, what's up? Georgia Vegans. When you shade one panel, basically you kill the voltage to both of them. Here, everything is in series. So if you shade one, it doesn't affect the other panels. And because they're 24 volt panels, the least amount that they're going to pull in is still more than the batteries. So I will still always charge the batteries even in crappy sunlight, because when you get into 12 volt panels, say like even later on during the day, people don't necessarily get the best light to the panels. So the panels don't work as well, and you won't be able to actually charge the batteries because you don't have the 13 volts that it takes to charge the battery, right? So say it's a 12 volt panel in crappy light, if it's only putting out 12 volts and your batteries are at 12.4, 12 volts doesn't charge 12.4, right? So that's pretty much the reason why we did that. Plus, because we have a heat pump, with it being down there, you'll notice, man, we have a ton of room. I mean, we could probably fit another 2 panels up here, but at that point, we're going way overboard. Also, the pricing of the panels, very similar to standard solar panels. I think we paid $225 a panel, right? So, I mean, there's some money up here, but other panels are like in the $100, $200 range. So at that, for what we were trying to accomplish, it ended up being perfect. And what I'll say, you really can't tell how dirty, man, dude, these things are dirty as can be. And we'll still, on a sunny day, pull in 1200 watts. Like, we're not maxing it out. So, everybody's asking me, 330 watt panels at 24 volts, right? And when you think about 24 volts, right, you have the converter charger that we bought will do up to 150 volts. So each one, they'll max out with perfect sun like 37, I think, volts. It takes the additional voltage from 37 to 12, so the 20, whatever that is, and we'll take the additional voltage and create amperage out of it, which means that instead of them being 10 amp panels, say they're 10 amps or whatever, we'll get like 25 out of them. So we've definitely seen us push over 100 amps to the batteries, which is sick in my opinion. It's so cool. But anyway, so things, they're all wired. Actually, here, let me get up on the roof. Let me show you this. Man, how many YouTubers just get up on the roofs in a YouTube live? Seriously, give us a thumbs up. All right, no. See, I'm even in a tree right here. This is amazing. Oh, I just knocked some, these things are loud on the roof. All right, so everything is connected in series, parallel. One of the two, I can't remember. None of them are dependent on each other, whichever that one is. Then you get to, so the wiring, the combiner box here, and then we'll set 12 something cable. I forgot the terminology. Then you go to this, 12 gauge cable here, standard MC4 12 gauge cable. And then this right here, this is a 2 gauge. And basically we took it from here, we ran it down through the back of the refrigerator, so through the refrigerator vent, which is this right here. And it just basically dropped straight down, and then we ran the wires from behind the refrigerator all the way down through the through where the gravity water fill is. So anyway, I think hopefully that answers everybody's question. A couple of things that we did take off. Holy crap, almost fell off. So you'll see there's a silver panel here. We took off the roof antenna, right? And then you'll see, I can't do this right, that right there. That was the old dish, and we just took the dish part off of the backing. So the rest of it's still there because I think I'm gonna mount some 4G antennas to it. Lou, I hope that's a Super Mario reference with the question mark. That's awesome. So I just took the backing of it off so that it wouldn't shade the panel too much. So yeah, it's all good. Now I'm gonna make my way down the steps. If my lovely assistant Laura, look,
What?
up here, say hey. My lovely assistant Laura will come and meet me down there. If y'all don't know what a baby pine cone looks like, those are so cute. All right, navigate under all this. By the way, we're doing this from Laura's brand new iPhone 10. Oh, the picture's good.
Yeah.
It's amazing. We won't say why she has the iPhone 10. Okay, she dropped her old way in the toilet. Ah! Told everybody. All right, making my way down the ladder, and I'm gonna hand this off to Laura.
Okay, I got it.
Hold on, Rick.
Up for Rick.
Hey. That's how we do it.
So while we're waiting for Kevin,
Acting like it's gonna take.
I was just gonna show. Oh, it's backwards. Never mind.
Oh no, it's backwards to us. I think it's okay to everybody else.
You think so? I was just
Oh,
gonna say,
hold on.
if you know where
Whoop, don't look at that.
if you know where this comes from, drop it in the comments.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys are fans of that movie too.
All right.
All right. Let's chill it out for a hot minute here.
Yeah.
We're gonna set you guys down. Sorry, it's so wiggly.
Yeah.
We're about to get real stable here. All right. How much more stable is that? That's great.
So let's see, where did we leave off?
Okay.
Right
Kevin,
in-
net metering is when the power company buys your energy. Oh, yeah, I don't think that we can actually push power out through. So That'd be kind of cool, right? If we could power the rest of the campground. Do so instead of net metering, we can help out a friendly neighbor because we have 120 right here.
Yep.
And we can help power other people's RVs if we need to. If you see us on the road and you do need power, just holler. Don't come plug in, but
We need to put a lock on that.
yeah.
Karen wants to know, this is like where we left off.
Okay, where did I do research for the setup? So research for the setup. That was mainly through a couple of people. Well, there's a couple of groups out there, RV Solar Facebook groups. I looked at those, they're okay. A lot of it was Paul and I going back and forth while we've been traveling. So the parts that you don't see when he's filming and everything's fun is him and I arguing over solar.
Yep.
So there's that. I did research on Victron's site. They had an amazing site, an amazing like Excel spreadsheet calculator, and even if you don't use their products, the calculator will help you figure out, you know, are your panels going to be too much for your controller? You can put in all the specs for the stuff that you want to buy. Definitely worth looking at. And it'll say, you know, do you want to put them in series, parallel? So you can look at all of the different combinations for the stuff that you want to buy. As far as hardware, I kind of knew right from the beginning that I wanted to go with Victron, and that really had to do with the Bluetooth capabilities. I'm a freaking nerd, man, and to be able, here, in fact, let me show you. This is not a camera. Let's see here. I can pull up the Victron app on my phone. It's called Victron Connect. I can hit our little solar, and from right there I can see how many watts I'm pulling in. I don't have to go, I don't have to get up, I don't have to do anything. Same with if I open it up and selected the batteries, I can see what the charge of the batteries are right there. So to me, Victron, it was because of the Bluetooth, hands down. I mean, I wish they had Bluetooth built into the other components. Also firmware updates, like how all of the stuff updates, it's just super cool, and it just works. Like you put it all together, it's like, oh hey, I know that these are the batteries I'm using, I know this is the controller, and I know this is the inverter. It just knows about all the components, and I go to one spot and I update all the hardware. So to me, that was totally worth it. The blue color is cool. That really had nothing to do with it. But I think that's it. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of it was online from the research that I did.
No, it's a bunch
All right. The big guys. Poly or mono? Those are poly. Blah blah. Whatever panels, or maybe they're mono. Monocrystalline, whichever the better ones are. That's what I got probably. Tell you the truth, I don't know. I'd have to look it up. They're made by Sun Power, Land Rover. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to look.
We'll post about it. It's
Yeah.
one of the two. It's whatever the later technology is. I can't remember if it's poly or mono. Anyway. Wayne, yes, we took out the old batteries and replaced them with lithium. Yeah, I mean, lithium, I mean, you have to have a lot more crap. A lot more hardware to deal with them.
That was me answering him.
Oh, it was? Oh, yeah. Ha. Yeah, just kidding. All right. So, yes, we did take out the old battery. Now, okay, we took out one of the old batteries. The other battery is the starter battery for the coach. So that is still there. It gets charged. There was a small solar panel up on the roof. You may have seen it. That came with the coach. That keeps the starter battery charged as well as the alternator. I don't have the alternator hooked into the rest of the system right now. Eventually I'll do that, but really, again, there's no need, because when I'm driving down the road, if it's sunny out, man, the batteries are always charged, so I don't have to worry too much about it. Let's see here. Hey, thanks Rick and Amy for Don't Die. I didn't. We did good. He's making me close my eyes this time. Oh, the refrigerator. Yeah, we don't have a residential refrigerator. It's not Norcold. It's the other one.
Dometic?
Dometic. It's a Dometic, so it does propane or electric. And even with the electric on the lithium, if we're having a good solar day, man, the solar's passing the wattage right through to the refrigerator, and we're not having any problems. So, I mean, there's so much solar on the roof that, I mean, when you think about it, like, everybody's always like, oh, 1-to-1, that way you're not like overdoing anything. But we have 600 amp hours and we have 1300 watts of solar. We're able to charge or run devices directly off of the solar during day if we want to. With that said, do we do that all the time? No. Most of the time we just leave it on propane because it uses such little propane and such little 12 volt that it's worth it at that point. Now, if you have a residential fridge, different story. You have to run it on electric. I don't know because we don't have one, so I don't know how much it uses. But what I'll say is, on electric, the fridge will pull like 330 watts, I think, is somewhere around there. Where if it's on propane, I mean, diddly squat, doesn't pull anything really.
Yeah.
Karen, yeah, we do have totally different setups.
From who? Because
from Paul and Lorena. From Paul and Lorena.
No idea.
So yeah, I think most of you guys know who Paul and Lorena are. Motorhome Experiment. We do have totally different setups. He went with sealed AGM batteries. He does have a Victron solar controller, but he has like a Magnum inverter. He has 12 volt panels, which are max out at 18, and his system works great. I just thankfully we had the money at the time. I really didn't want to think about it. I knew I wanted lithium just from talking to a couple of other couples who had lithium, and they're like, it's a game changer. It's totally different than having regular batteries. It's awesome. And I trusted those people, and we like it. I mean, it's way better. Like, we had the other 12 volt battery and it was a piece of crap. But I'll also say we didn't have a whole house 120.
Our inverter, our old inverter.
Our old inverter
terrible.
actually just sat out. It's still there. It's such a piece.
Yeah.
It's like a Dimensions something. I mean, it wouldn't even run our router. It would be like, like it didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Where now it's, we don't even have to think about it, and it's so amazing. The other thing is, what I'll say is, at night we turn the inverter off.
Yeah, when we're sleeping, there's no
reason to run it because we switched over to 12 volt at the bed, so we have the USB plugs. Maybe you guys have seen them, hopefully. If not, look at the link below. No, I'm just kidding. We have like we ran 12 volt wire to, or it was already run, thankfully, to our bedside. So we have 4 USB port 12 volt like little receptacles next to our, and we just charge our phone through there, right? We don't have to have the bricks, the anything. It's
just the cable.
Just the cable, and that's it. So
nice.
Super awesome. It's like, it's so nice. The only thing is the green light, which I just put electrical tape over so I didn't have to look at it.
Yeah.
So we don't have to run 120 at night because, I mean, unless, like, if I wake up in the middle of the night, something's wrong at work, I have to log in and use the internet, I can either tether to my phone or just turn on the 120 and be done with it. It's really quiet. Yeah. Like, you never hear it. No. Even when we're pushing 3,000 watts through it, it's fine. Cool. All right. Let's see. Do we have any other questions? Padagian Hippie, hey! Okay, awesome. Yeah. I looked at the panels a little while back. And they were on it. Oh, okay, awesome. How long have I had my beard? Aussie dude. Pretty much since I was born. No. So I have a baby face. This is totally not about solar, but I have a baby face and I hate it.
I don't know why you're looking at me. I would have no idea.
Yeah, Laura's
Never
actually
seen
never
it.
seen it. I've been clean shaven twice in my life. One was for my prom pictures and one was for my senior pictures. That was it. Ever since then, I've had a beard. Let's see here. Do you consider yourself an environmentalist? So
We do what we can.
we do what we can. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It's really hard to stay away from the one-time use plastics,
Yeah.
like stuff like that. In fact, like Nat Geo, man, if you watch their Instagram stream right now, you will hate yourself. Holy crap. And you'll hate humanity. It's so bad.
Yeah.
But we do what we can. We try to recycle whatever we can out of the RV. You know, we get away from, you know, having the water bottle, so we always have our
Yeah. We don't use
drinks.
plastic. We even have, when I remember to take them to the grocery store, I have the mesh produce bags that are reusable, and those are pretty awesome. They even have the tear weights on
It
them.
looks like I have a swag glass.
Oh yeah. What else?
Oh, yeah, we switched over to a composting toilet.
Oh yeah.
So we try to use less water.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't consider us environmentalists, but we're environmentally aware,
Yeah.
and we try our hardest to
Yeah.
stay that way. We always try to recycle, upcycle, not throw stuff away. Oh yeah, the grill mats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
you have to
helps.
use the grill mat, man. Ooh. You don't even know. You don't even want to see what people put on these grills out here. Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, let's see here. How do you install the panels on the roof? Do you worry about leaks? Oh, okay. So here's a couple things about the roof. If you haven't seen it, you'll just have to go back and watch part of the video. But we have a fiberglass roof. So what they tell you is if you don't drill holes if you don't have to. The panels are on there. They're screwed into these plastic mounts. You'll see the like black plastic mounts. Underneath it, they're actually just taped to the roof. They use 3M's VHB tape. I think it's like 6905 or 6509, something like that, tape. And it basically is similar to welding from what I understand. Like you get it on there, it's not coming off. So it's like one time, like you push the panels onto the roof and they don't come off. I've went up there and you try to lift them and they don't budge. So they're stuck up there like that. I don't have the, I do want to do like a water seal around the plastic feet, the plastic feet caps. I just haven't done that yet. But yeah, there's no holes in the roof. So in fact, we didn't cut any holes in the roof because the power that comes down through the refrigerator, which for those of you who don't know, that's your refrigerator vent right there. And yeah, so we didn't have to drill any holes, which is awesome. Cool. Let's see here. Can you run the lithium batteries all the way down and still get a full 12 volts out of them the whole time? So you can run them down to what they call 20%. It's basically like when you look at like AGM batteries, you can run them down to I think 60 or 50, maybe 80. I don't know. You'll have to look it up. These you can run down to 20%. I don't think it's actually 12. I think it's like 12.2 is the least that you want it to be. And if you look at the lithiums, it's actually 4 packs of 3 volt, like in series. I think that's how they do it, something like that. So you can't, like I said, you can't really look at the voltage and figure out how much you're running down the system. You really want to base that, you really want to have a monitoring system, a BMS, and a shunt to monitor how much you're using of the batteries. That's what everybody says, so I'm living by that. Yeah, and Laura lives by it too. It's like code around the house. It's like nothing below 20%. In fact, I don't even think we've gotten the batteries down below 83.
Yeah.
I think 83 was like the lowest percentage we've seen on the batteries.
Yeah.
And we've boondocked for days,
Yeah.
several days,
Yeah.
no
couple
problems.
times.
What's crazy is since we've had the solar, we haven't boondocked very much. That's what we're hoping to get in when we head up to Alaska.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see here. Like the grow mats, yeah, James, man, grow mats are the jam. Composting toilet, less weight. It's less weight from having to use all the additional water for no reason, right?
Yeah.
And you can kind of empty the pee bucket, if that's what you want to call it. You can empty that, you know, whenever. So it's not like you're just carrying that around. I guess you could save weight that way. But you're talking like 1 or 2 pounds.
Yeah, that's
when it's dry weight. When it's combined with the water, you're definitely saving a lot of weight, or a good bit of weight.
Well, what it does is it extends your stay when you're boondocking.
Yep.
Because the black tank now becomes extra gray tank storage.
Yep.
So.
And whenever you want to dump, you just like drive your stuff down the street rather than drive the whole RV.
Brian's going crazy on us.
I'm not seeing any of this stuff.
Oh, weird.
6:05. Okay, let's see. Are you at TT? Yeah, we are. We're at the Thousand Trails,
Fairview.
Portland Fairview, is what it's called. So, that's where we are, hanging out. I'm locking the system. I don't leave. So that's the other thing. I lock that thing at night. That's, you know, sometimes I'm really lax about locking the outside, but that's the one I do lock.
There's lithium in there.
Yeah, now that there's a lot. Let's see. Wayne, what was the total cost of the system? It was a lot. So here's what I'll tell you. The most expensive part of the system were the 2 batteries. You can do lithium cheaper than I bought them for. And when I bought the batteries, they were a part of a kit. Each of the batteries was $4,900. They're expensive. It's no joke. You can do lithium cheaper than that by far. You can get the batteries cheaper, but I did everything through AM Solar because I can call up AM Solar anytime I want to, and they will help me out. And they're just amazing. So I like to buy from awesome companies, local people you can call. They know your name. Yeah. So you can figure it out yourself. It was expensive, but to us, it was just totally worth it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did any of those others come through?
Let's see here. Just heard a plane. Sounds like you're at PDX. Yeah. The PDX is like, I don't know, 5 or 10 miles that way.
Yeah.
Behind us. We're in the flight path. It's actually not super loud. It's probably loud on this thing, but
not after Dockweiler. It's not loud.
not after Dockweiler. Yeah, try that one. Holy mess!
At the end
you're
of
literally
LAX.
like right. You're on the beach, so you look out the front window. Oh, it's beautiful. Beach, the water, everything. A380, like here's your RV. It's like right over the top. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love planes, and it was awesome, but it's loud, and it is 24/7. That airport doesn't sleep.
Any more solar questions?
I will contact AIM Solar. I think they are in Springfield. Yeah, Brian, they're in Springfield. We actually wanted to go over there, but I think it's going to be after we get back. But I'll tell you, like, when I called them up and I was talking to them about a couple of things, they were awesome. Now, did I use them? I didn't use them for... see you, Rick and Amy. I didn't use them for a lot of research. I asked them like a couple of components, like, is this what I need? Do I need anything else? And they were super cool. I had they shipped the wrong part, and so they overnighted me the right part, plus they threw in like a couple of additional like connectors that I needed because I was doing something a little bit different. But other than that, they were super cool. If you work with them on building a system, they will actually, from what I understand, build you the schematic from front to end. So if you buy all the stuff from them, use the parts from them, they'll build you a custom schematic. Mine, it's pretty much like one of their standards that they, I wouldn't say standards.
You were able to
They
plug
had
and
like 2
play.
diagrams, and I could use both of them because I was using all the hardware from them, and then just kind of. But yeah. Anyway, it was super cool. They're nice. They're so freaking nice. And you can buy on their website too, which is awesome. Thank you. That was helpful. Hey Wayne, anytime.
Somebody asked about.
Oh, what states we've been to? Yeah. I think Laura's in the way of that one.
Oh.
Hey. Yeah, we missed a lot of the Midwest. Yeah.
So we've been to 28 states, I guess.
Yep. We're gonna have 30. Alaska's gonna be number 30.
Yeah.
Yes, 28 states, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces.
Yeah.
We'll add 2 more of that on this next part of the trip. So, cool. Let's see here. We live in the west side in Hillsborough. Oh, cool. Yeah, dude, we love this area. Portland is amazing. It's so green up here. We went and spent the whole day like looking at waterfalls. It was
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's awesome.
So cool. What's up, Nathan? We can name you Lev. Cool. I don't know what else to talk about.
Yeah, I think, I mean, if there's nothing else to say about solar, I think we can...
Oh, actually, somebody asked about vegetarian dishes. Hey, if you guys have any solar questions, pop them in the comments. Otherwise, we're going to talk about some
Vegetarian food.
What's some of our favorite dishes? I am a fat vegan eater. Deep fried.
I thought you asked about restaurants or...
Oh, did? Yeah, what are your
but
favorite
dishes.
vegetarian dishes?
Dishes, okay. Dishes.
In fact, I had one of my favorites today, breakfast nachos. Delicious.
Yeah, that was
So
amazing.
good.
Yeah, that was at something beach club.
No Bones.
No
Bones
Bones.
Beach Club.
Yeah. Yeah, their food
Wayne,
was
vegan
really
jerky. Delicious. Yes. I don't know. I like most things breakfast. I'm a sweet breakfast person.
Good. Yeah.
I like the vegan pancakes, the vegan waffles.
Yep. Actually, anything.
I also like the savory.
Yeah.
So
Someone was asking about. I think it was Donna.
Donna, favorite vegan restaurant?
Ooh,
Anywhere or
that's
here? Specify.
Yeah. Because we've been to a lot.
Let's see. Hold on, Pedasian Hippie. What are breakfast nachos? Think
Oh.
of nachos, right? So you got the chips, and then they did this refried white beans
Yeah.
on it. They used vegan cheese, tofu
House-made
scramble,
vegan cheese.
house-made vegan cheese,
Yeah.
tofu scramble, this carnitas jackfruit,
Yeah.
amazing, and then they had this other like vegan cheese on the side.
Yeah.
And it's just like a plate of nachos, but
Yeah.
with more breakfasty type deliciousness. It was awesome. Donna B says anywhere. Favorite vegan food anywhere. Man, I would say number 1, Ronald's Donuts, Vegas. It does not get any better vegan donuts than Ronald's. They're incredible.
Yeah, Ronald's is the best vegan donuts ever. You would never know.
Yeah.
Um,
There's other good donut places. By the way, who was it that just asked? Voodoo Donuts. Pamela. We haven't been to Voodoo Donuts.
we've
I'll
had-
I'll
we've
probably
had
go there.
before.
I've had them before. They're delicious, but
Not Ronald's.
they're not Ronald's. Yeah.
Ronald's is the Mac Daddy.
All right. So, but actual vegan restaurant. Doomy's hit me in the right place.
Yeah, Doomy's was good.
They have a peanut butter and like tempeh bacon burger. I've never had peanut butter on a burger before. Plus, they serve it with grape jelly. I hate grape jelly. Serve it with grape jelly. I ate it with it, and it was so good.
See, my favorites have changed because I can't eat all that.
Yeah.
So, I really liked. What was that, Nourish in San Francisco?
I don't know. You
Yeah.
don't look at me. That was one of the
that
places that we ate. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the sushi place, Shaizen.
Shizen was delicious,
Ooh,
man.
That was
They had
crazy
like
good.
all of these crazy vegan rolls. It was
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. Brian, we have to go full time. We always watch your videos, and Paul's also purchased 2012 Tiffin Allegro. Dang, man. That's what I'm talking
Well,
about.
I don't know if we can hang out in
With
the same
only
parks with
8,000
you guys.
miles. Yeah, man. We'll look like hobos next to you. Dang. And selling the house soon. That's awesome. Hey, Brian, thanks, dude. I mean, it is so incredible. Like, and I'm so thankful, like, every day that we get to wake up and choose where we want to go and what to do. It's crazy. Like, there's some days where it's like, we have to stay in Portland and we have to stay in this campground because I have some things to take care of. But outside of that, it's like, you know, let's go to this place, and we head in that direction, and we just go, and it's awesome.
Yeah. We have a bunch of questions.
So James, real quick, do we eat fish? No. Fully vegan, no animals whatsoever, no animal byproducts whatsoever. So that meaning leather, I don't know, wool, beef tallow that they fry French fries in, which is really weird. Gelatin, yeah, I hear that. So anyway, that's it. Let's see. Do you have a TPMS and safety steering stabilizer? Brian, we don't have TPMS. We
have new tires, though.
We have new tires.
So.
No, we are eventually going to get it. We were looking at this company called RV Patrol. Maybe that was a tire monitor. Anyway, it was an auxiliary braking system and TPMS kind of combined. And again, it was that Bluetooth, blah, 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 like really nerdy stuff. It just wasn't that like crappy gray screen that I didn't want to look at. But we haven't bought it yet. I don't know why. It just laziness. I need to get a TPMS, I think eventually. Once Paul convinces me of it, then I'll buy one. But for right now, he's not very convincing with it. Do we have a safety stabilizer bar? We do have that. We bought that after we came out of Florida and had it put on the coach when we got new tires. That's actually super cool. I mean, thankfully we haven't had to use it. Like, you know, you have less play, you know, while you're driving, so it's like you're more kind of still. When you have it set right. If you don't have it set right, you're going to be constantly like pushing to one side, but it's not a lot of the play like the bus driver play that you see. The thing that's really good for it is a front tire blowout. It'll help keep your steering wheel straight because you don't want it to turn when you have a blowout. That's when your coach flips. You want to keep it slow, take your foot off the wheel, right? Keep it straight and take your foot off the wheel. Thankfully, we haven't had to use it. It's a safety precaution for us, and I know we've had some long drives, and it definitely helps when you're getting into that 8th or 10th hour of driving. Definitely, like, helps your arms. Anyway, yeah. Let's see. Laura, that food that you show on Instagram is absolutely amazing. John Tennessee. Dude, yeah, it's all about food for us, at least for me. I'm a huge food fan, and I think the reason why, like, you know, I'm all about the animals and all of that, but, you know, 20 years ago when I went vegan, dude, there was nothing of the food that you have today, and I'm just all about it because I'm just so psyched.
Yeah.
I'm so psyched to see vegan options everywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a vegan rant. Thanks, Brian. Love you too. I love her.
Oh.
Let's see. Has it been difficult to change your diet while Kevin is not eating the same thing?
Oh, see.
So in the RV,
Kevin eats what I make.
I eat whatever she makes, and she makes amazing food, and it's not deep fried. It's, you know, we're eating a lot of whole foods, plant-based
in the RV.
Yeah, and it's awesome, you know. So I have no problems eating like that. In fact, I need to eat more like that. And so I've tried to cut down. It's been hard here in Portland, but in a lot of the previous places, like normally I'm like, oh, let's get the appetizer and the main course and the dessert. And I haven't been like really getting the appetizer or the dessert. I'll just get my regular food and be done. But here, there's so much good sweets that I've been eating them.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, let's see. Why'd we go vegan? Donna. Why'd you go vegan? I don't even know why she went vegan.
I'm
Probably
sure
'cause
I've
I'm
talked
good
about this
looking.
before. Are we buffering? Is that you buffering or I don't know
Just
which
keep
end is
talking.
buffering. Well, for me, I actually so I went vegetarian for health because I was I was learning how to cook more, and so I was cooking more meat things, and it wasn't sitting well. It was just I just didn't feel good. So I was like, maybe I just need to stop eating all of this meat. So I just stopped eating meat, period. And oddly enough, that worked. But then, like, once I went vegetarian, this was back in '96, when I started looking for cookbooks and all of that, then you learn more and more and more about the food system. And that's when I realized that that wasn't enough and I really needed to go vegan. And
Oh, and breaking news. Super cute dog back there. Yay. Anyway,
we like cute puppies.
yes we do.
Yeah, and that was it.
Yeah. I went vegetarian on a bet after my brother. So this is like before PETA was like the big thing. Like an underground, you know, people copying VHS tapes and brought one over of a slaughterhouse, and I was like, I'm not into that. I made a bet with my girlfriend at the time. So let's see who can go the longest without eating meat. She had a hamburger the next day. Then I was vegetarian since that day. I don't even know what day that was. Then then after like a really weird breakup with a girlfriend after that, I went vegan. All my friends are vegan. I was like, why not? I always thought, like, I always had the love for the animals, but to me it was like, oh, the food, like, what am I gonna eat, cardboard?
Yeah.
But they turned me on to like amazing food, like how to cook right, and went vegan that day. It's 20 something years ago. Anyway.
Yeah. So the short answer is we're both ethical vegans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And good looking. Let's see here. Are we popping into Seattle to test the solar panels?
Well, this is a pretty good test of them right here. We've been surprised at how much power it has generated in the cloudy.
Yeah, even on a cloudy day, like when I showed the stuff before and you see 0 watts, that's literally because batteries are full. It's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
And it knows it's on 120, so why even use the solar? Because I don't need it.
But I think like on a similar day to today where it's overcast,
we could
pulled
pull
700 watts.
700 watts easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Which is
And that's 700,
crazy.
again, that's 700 watts at like 30 something volts.
Yeah.
So it's way more amperage than a 12 volt panel pulling in the same. Cool. My chat's not updating. Oh, here. Live chat. That's why.
Oh, it was on Top Chat.
Yeah.
Oh, see.
See, oh man, we missed so much crap. Sorry. I'm stupid. Check out the Lifeline lithium iron phosphate batteries. They have
Oh,
cool. RA bought them.
we
Those
have
are those blue things right there. So, but I'll take a look at them. Yeah, I'm always down with new technology.
we have a few questions. I know a couple of people have asked what we're using for Wi-Fi.
Oh, actually, real quick, we saw Paul had 7 different tires. He did. When we did, we had 3 different types. Our front tires were 1 date code, our outsides were a different date code, and the insides were a separate date code from that. Now, with his, he had 7 totally different tires, like different manufacturers, different brands and everything. The tires for this RV, only one company makes, only one size.
Yeah.
They are, Michelin makes them. They're 235/80 R22.5. Literally, one company. They got the market. Terrible. Sucks. But with that, I mean, most everybody's got it because it's at least that.
Yeah.
It's that one. Laura, what are you drinking?
I am drinking a lime sparkling water. It's the Target brand.
Oh, that's terrible. Me,
Nothing exciting.
coffee, still repping Canada from last year. Love Canada. Why don't we have the tip dollar sign down there? I don't know. Who knows? I don't even know how to do that. Paul's
Yeah.
got it on his. I don't know.
Well, he's got a lot more subscribers. There are certain things that don't kick in until you have a certain number of subscribers. So
Oh my God,
what
Pamela,
just
that was
happened?
amazing. She goes, "Were those black socks that
Oh,
guy was
yeah,
wearing?
no,
Are you
I
in
saw
a
this.
singer park?"
Well, we are in 1,000 Trails.
We are in
so-
Thousand Trails. Yeah, there's some of that.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome. Sorry, that was so good. Have we watched Forks Over Knives?
I have. Yeah, we have. Isn't that the one that we took Taylor and Beth to?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was like when it came out. We saw it in the theater.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
did see it. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, those things are so. I get so mad.
Yeah. Well, that one's more health
That one's more health.
focused.
And
yeah.
man, that'll kick you into high gear.
And then like Cowspiracy is more environmental focused.
Yeah. Man, what was the chicken one that we saw?
Oh, yeah,
Not
no.
Cluck or-
Oh, that one was terrible.
I had to get up. I started tearing up and I wanted to punch the damn TV. I was so mad. I was just like, "Are you freaking serious, man?"
Foul
Play. That was it. FOUL or FOWL play.
No, I think it,
No, it was foul play
Okay.
for the catch
Yeah.
on foul or the play on foul. Like,
yeah, it was.
dude, that was a heartbreaker.
Yeah, it
I
was all
couldn't.
about the
I couldn't
chicken
stand
industry. It was pretty terrible.
it. Man,
Yeah.
it upsets me right now.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What do we use for Wi-Fi when we work? Okay, so I actually have to do an update on the post that we have, but right now we have a Cradlepoint router, which is a 4G router. We have the, if anybody cares, this is the AER 3100. It's got two 4G modems in it. So we have, you just plug your Sims into it. And it picks the best, like whichever one has the best bandwidth or blah, 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 ping times. I'm not going to get into all that technical crap, but it will pick up. Oh my God, that dog is back.
So are the Black Sox.
So are the Black Sox. So it will pick the better of the two connections. Now, from connection standpoint, we have an AT&T and a T-Mobile sim that are both unlimited. But we also have Verizon. We have another AT&T unlimited. We have another AT&T unlimited. We have a Sprint / something else that's the
Google Pixel.
Google Fi. Yeah. So that'll, I mean, that's a pay for bandwidth, but I mean, we haven't had to use it yet, but we just keep it around if we need it.
Yeah.
So we have all the major carriers and we just plug it in whenever we need it. Yeah. But we turn it on, the router's on. They're all unlimited plans. So we just, except for which one? Oh, except for the Google Fi one. And
So the short answer is we do not rely on campground Wi-Fi because 99% of the time it's terrible.
It's worse than terrible. It will, like, you'll want to break your computer. It sucks so bad.
Yeah.
Here, so actually in Portland, Fairview, it's okay. Like, you can at least get on the internet and like watch a video, but some of these places, good Lord, they're so bad. So, let's see here. Yeah, I think that answers it. Oh, so there's another thing. So the router will also do what they call
Load balance?
No. Wi-Fi is WAN, which basically it will connect to a Wi-Fi network and then transmit our internal Wi-Fi network. That just got way deep. Yeah, you don't even want to know.
Yeah.
That's next level.
Nerdy
right
kept
there.
up.
Yep, sorry.
Yeah. Not for the average Joe.
Let's see. Everyone from the Adventure. I love you guys. That's awesome. Let's see.
Do you have a whistle request?
No. This is Brian Hendrick. Dude, we'll meet up. We're always around. We're gonna stay on the West Coast after the Alaska trip.
Alaska, yeah.
And yeah, we'll be around. We like hanging out. We like eating food. We'll teach you how to cook. She'll teach you how to cook.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, I'm a good cook. I just can't. She doesn't allow me in the kitchen. Motorcycle. Laura, have you totally given up alcohol?
No.
No. She drinks on occasion. In fact, man, when she had her first drink, I almost freaked out. Because I was like, Lorena was right there, and I was like, Lorena, she just ordered alcohol. And we were both like, no way. It was super crazy.
Yeah, I think I've only had drinks once.
It was probably, I think, that one time.
Yeah,
But she doesn't, she doesn't drink that much. I don't drink at all.
Yeah, I mean, even before I didn't drink that much, so, yeah, now I just really don't drink that much.
Man, the Snowdens just talked about going to Whistler, and I was like, I get to use the whistle!
No.
That's not what they were talking about. Let's see. Yes, coffee. That's right. I've been scanning food through an app called Foodology, and not all sparkling water is created equal. I was shocked when
some has sodium in it. I don't know what this one does or not. No, this one doesn't.
I was fixing to say, she's like really big on looking at the sodium content of stuff, so I'd be surprised if it had any. That's weird. I wouldn't have thought that. But then, like, when you look at Dasani, I think, like, Dasani has, like, a ton of sodium in it or something weird, and you're like, I thought this was supposed to hydrate me, not... Doesn't salt, like, pull out moisture?
I think if you sweat a lot, you're also getting rid of
Salt.
so
Okay. Maybe it's a hydration
in theory,
thing.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Maybe you're thinking like Gatorade or something like that.
So are we going to Whistler? And we love your whistle too. Are we going to Whistler? I don't even know where Whistler's at.
Yeah, it's in BC. Maybe.
Well, no kidding.
Well, I mean, I know that much.
Maybe. So our plan is to go up, I guess they call it BC 97. Yes, Tom. Gas is insane.
Yeah, we've been in Canada, so we
makes me want to cry.
Yeah, propane is also crazy expensive up there.
Yep. Going up 97E, I think BC 97, something like that, and it connects into Alaska 1, which is the Alcan Highway, and we're going to head over towards Fairbanks, stopping in Liard.
Yeah.
So I'm so psyched for Liard Hot Springs. Our people next to us have a leak, water leak.
I don't know.
It's kind of weird.
I hope that's not sewage.
It doesn't smell terrible.
No, it's probably just water.
Yeah. So, are we going to Whistler? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It depends on what the weather's doing when we come back down, basically.
Yeah. I think we're going to blow through BC, right?
Right.
We're going to blow through a lot of... The only major stop that we're making is Liard Hot Springs, and we're trying to get to Alaska because we want to spend the most amount of time we can in Alaska because, I mean, you're driving like, what is it, over 2,500 miles round trip, 3,000 miles round trip, something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that every year, and I want to spend the most amount of time, and I want weather to force us south. Is kind of my idea.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. Will we go to Whistler? Maybe.
Yeah.
Don't know.
We'll see what happens.
Let's see here. Oh, that answers your question. Let's see here. Philip, yep. From reading the blog, I got to a book, How Not to Die, and I'm currently reading it. Thanks for sharing the info.
How Not to Die is great, and so is nutritionfacts.org.
Oh,
Dr.
yeah.
Greger's videos are
Michael
so
Greger's
good.
awesome.
But yeah,
that guy's
that's
crazy smart.
yeah.
It is insane, and his team is amazing as well.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah, we've
even
seen
his Facebook lives that he does like once a week, dude's like walking on a treadmill and like spouting these amazing facts. I'm like, how is he doing this? Every time I run, like I'm out of breath and I can't think, but like I want a piece of candy. That would be great. I don't know.
Yeah, he that's so as far as like what I've done to clean up my diet is based on pretty much on that book. There are a couple of extra steps that I take just because of the heart issue, but I don't even know that, I mean, because I don't have any answers, so I don't even know that I really need to do that because my cholesterol was already low.
Well, you're looking good.
So, but it's a great resource if you really want to eat the healthiest that you can.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, off topic. Who's our insurance company? We use Progressive.
Yeah.
They're one of only like a couple insurance companies that recognize living in an RV full time. They treat it like it's kind of like a house insurance / automobile policy.
Yeah.
I mean, just like what you would think for an RV.
Like renter's insurance.
Yeah, like renter's insurance.
Yeah.
But it's also covers the vehicle portion of it. They've been good. We haven't had any claims yet.
Yeah.
I mean, we used them when we had the car, and we knew that they were one of the few that did full time. So that's why we went with them. We didn't put too much more thought into it other than that.
And the other side of that is, I guess, having CoachNet is also kind of an insurance.
Oh yeah, so we do have CoachNet. So if you guys saw at the end of last year,
yeah, there's a
literally
video.
the very end of last year,
Yeah.
December 31st, the rear end of the RV caught on fire. It seized up, basically ended up being a seal on the rear axle, blah, 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 whatever. And when you're rear wheel drive, you can't just pick up the front of the RV and tow it. Like, you gotta pick it up on all four and tow it. And that's not, that's a pretty expensive thing to do. I think just to get the guy there was over $1,000. It's probably like $1,200 just to get him there. That didn't include tow or anything, or even taking it somewhere. And they
covered it.
And they covered it 100%. And what I'll say is it was a little tough getting the right people there. But once I got the right people there, I mean, CoachNet was awesome.
It was also New Year's Eve when it happened.
Yeah, New Year's Eve, yeah.
We can't really fault, I mean, nobody wants to come out and do that on New Year's Eve.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, I think it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, but CoachNet, they were awesome. I mean, we just called them up. And they also help out with the car. As long as you are in the car, it kind of covers
wherever
whatever
you
you're
are.
doing.
Yeah.
Yep. So that was awesome. I'm only finding that Progressive has full-timers insurance. Yeah, Brian, I mean, that's what we use.
Yeah.
Brian, CoachNet, I think maybe we pay $150 a year. I mean, after, what was probably well over a $2,000 bill, because they had, I mean, you have to lift up the coach on all fours. This thing's like riding on a flatbed.
Yeah.
And
a super long one.
A super long flatbed, and it had to be under a certain height because you got to go under signals, traffic lights. So you can't have the RV can't be way off the ground. So the trailer that it was riding on had to be less than 3 feet tall. I mean, now you start doing the math on like
how many of those
how many of those are in the world, like whatever, and you gotta come get us in the middle of nowhere, Arizona. So put all that together, it's paid for itself for the next 10 years. So I'm going to keep having it on hand, because if it's not covered under Progressive, I can probably get paid for with CoachNet or whatever. So it was good. Let's see. Apple juice. Had Progressive, Pedazian Hippie had them for years, and they've been great for claims. Cool. Thankfully, we haven't had to use them for any claims. I think we will use them for a they have an additional windshield thing. We have a crack in the windshield now, but I think we're going to wait until after the Alaska trip and get the windshield replaced, because I'm sure there'll be more.
Yeah.
Right? Progressive adds roadside insurance for only $24 a year. That's cool. I mean, I heard so many good things about CoachNet, and to keep the claims down with Progressive, the extra $150 a year was worth it for us. So it could be, the belt and suspenders approach, but with us having to live in it full time and traveling, that was a no-brainer. $150 a year is nothing, right? Literally for 50 cents a day, you can. No, just kidding. Let's see. We gotta stay full time. You ever consider living in a single family home again?
Not yet.
Oh my God, I love it. I love full timing. I love going wherever the wind takes us.
Yeah, me too.
I like waking up next to her every day. Here's the thing. I don't see myself settling down in a house anytime soon. Yeah. I mean, this is one of, how many countries are there?
I don't know.
I mean, we still got all those to go.
Yeah.
Or 2, sorry. Make it 3 when we go to Mexico. 3 of however many. I mean, I just wake up and see the world. There's so much to see. Like, you think we've done, close to 30 states now, but it's that thin line of all 30 states. Like, there's still so much more on the right side and the left side of wherever you're traveling that you still have to go explore. There's so much cool. Yeah, you gotta live your life, man. I'm telling you. Like, there's no day like today, because tomorrow you're not guaranteed, right?
Yep.
And so yeah, I mean, if we ever decide to, I could see us having a house, like a really small house that we could pull our RV up to and stay there.
Right.
Or some land. And it would probably, so far, would be Bisbee, Arizona, Pagosa Springs, Colorado, somewhere in Vermont.
Yeah.
Because that was beautiful.
Yeah. But we're not even.
But I'm not even in the mode. I don't want to.
That.
I don't even want to think about it, because I don't want anything. I just don't want anything to hold me back from going tomorrow. Let's sell the RV and let's go to Hawaii for a year and travel around Hawaii, hang out, live on the beach.
Yeah.
So cool. Let's see. Anything else? We live on Vancouver Island. I don't even know where that's at, but it sounds amazing. Leaving June 3rd for a BC, Alberta, Montana loop. Starting in Whistler. Oh, that's why you asked about Whistler. Cool. Well, we're in the area. You can always check, like, our Instagram and Facebook are usually pretty up to date with wherever we're at. June 3rd, we'll be just getting into Canada. Will be my guess.
Probably, yeah.
Yep. So if we can meet up, totally awesome. Solid. Yo. Laura, you gave the stink eye when I started listing places to stay. Thanks for looking out for me, Pamela. What's up with the stink eye?
I didn't give you the stink eye.
Yes, you did. I saw it too.
What?
You're like, you doing one of those.
I don't know.
Isn't that what you did? Did I do a good thing? It was like...
Now I've got the stink eye and wrinkled nose because I smell somebody's sewer.
I don't smell sewer.
Oh.
Here. There's water on the ground.
Anyway.
We're gonna make Laura sick. Let's see. What else can we talk about?
I don't know. Have you gotten through everything here?
Yeah.
Okay.
You better get inside. I will be fine. I don't smell it.
Now I don't. So it was fleeting.
It's crazy. No, I guess, yeah. I just don't want to, like, live anywhere. I think part of this trip is, let's see if there is a place where we ever want to settle down. But for right now, there's so much to see.
Yeah, there's. Yeah, we're not even close to done, so it's not even.
Yeah, literally. So here's the thing. I've probably only seen, I don't know, maybe 3 different waterfalls in my life, and today I saw like 5.
Right.
In one day.
exactly. Giant ones.
Yeah, in 42 years, I've seen like 3 waterfalls, and today I saw 5 in a row. Like, come on now. That's insane.
Yeah.
So cool. Would you consider shipping your RV to Europe to travel? No, because eventually this RV is probably going to go away at some point.
Plus, it's too big to travel Europe in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when you get to Europe, you need that, not Eurovan, but Sprinter,
Yeah,
something smaller. Yeah. Eventually, I think we're going to downsize to like a Sprinter type RV. But
Snoqualmie.
yeah,
We've
why
been
you
to-
Snoqualmie?
Yeah, we've seen Snoqualmie. It is awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Europe. You just need a smaller thing, and to us, it's just like rent it while you're out there. Same thing we'll do whenever we go to New Zealand, because I want to, you know, trot around New Zealand. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Snoqualmie. So we came up here for a Portishead concert a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we hiked Snoqualmie, and holy, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
This whole area, like when you see like all the moss on the trees,
Yeah.
it's just so beautiful.
I love the dense forests here.
Yeah. We actually saw like a death metal band like walking through the woods, I guess,
Yeah.
to a photo shoot. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
That was when we were
Super
at Twin
cool.
Falls, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so Oregon's beautiful. The fire still has many trails closed in the gorge. Yeah, we saw that today. Like we went up to Multnomah Falls, which is crazy. 2nd highest waterfall in the United States.
Yeah.
That was cool.
But
But all of the hiking trails there are closed.
Yeah.
So
you could
Yes.
only just walk up to the base basically and look at it.
yeah. So
Which
it is what it
good,
is.
But, you know.
It just makes me go, hey, we need to come back here, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. If you get to the Seattle area, you have to go to. Oh yeah, we just said that.
Yeah.
It's taller than Niagara, but narrower.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, Snoqualmie. Yeah, we went there. It was awesome. Loved it. Are we going up 101? Oh, I smell it now.
Yeah, I told you.
Oh my god, it's like somebody
Smells like 1,000 pea buckets.
farted and shitted other 1,000 pea buckets.
Oh.
You didn't hear that, did you? Are we going up 101? No, 101 is out on the coast.
Yeah,
I
we're
think.
taking 5.
I think
on the way
we're
up.
5 up because 101 will take us back in. I mean, there's a ton we want to see out there.
Yeah.
I want to go. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cousin Eddie. That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously. Except nobody's standing out here.
Yeah.
We want to. We want to go. I mean, I'm the biggest Goonies. I'm not the biggest Goonies fan. I'm a big Goonies fan. I want to go see Cannon Beach. I want to hang out there. I want to go see Astoria, right? We're just not going to get to it. It's going to be on the way back down
Yeah.
and probably on the way back up again. Second time. Who knows? I mean, we don't even know where we're going after this. We don't even know where we're staying.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're
going
gonna
to
go
Memorial
one-on-one.
Day weekend,
it's
and we don't know
Memorial
where
Day
we're going
Whoopsie.
because that's how we roll.
Yeah. So we we don't know where we're going, but we do know we're going to go at 5 because we don't want to go back out to the coast, up and then back over. We're really booking it to Alaska.
Yeah. We want to be
Straight
in
up.
Alaska for the solstice. Because if you're going to go all the way up there, you should be there at the peak 24-hour
Yeah, solstice,
situation.
all of the what's the visual stuff in the sky? Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis.
That's hard to say.
Aurora.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Is your solar setup portable enough that you can move it to your next RV?
You can take the
Our next
panels.
RV is not going to be big enough for this.
Yeah. We've been.
So we will either sell the panels, sell it with the RV. We'll probably take some of the equipment, but I mean, if somebody wants to give us the right price for it, I'll leave it.
Yeah.
I'm not that tied to it. I think some of it'll move,
Yeah.
but not all of it. It's the next RV won't be big enough.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Yeah,
We want to
we're definitely
downsize to
going
that.
smaller.
Yeah, Class B Sprinter
Yeah.
idea. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see here. Have we been to Crown Point? I don't know what
No.
Crown Point is. Where's that?
So I'm gonna say no. We
Yeah,
haven't.
if I don't know what it is, we probably haven't been there. So that's a big negative. You'll have a lifetime to hit all the places you want to go. Yep.
Yep.
But your lifetime is today. So
Yep.
go. Your panels are huge. That's what she said. We are unable to get that much on our roof. Brian, yeah, it's all good. Like literally I overspec the crap out of it. I mean, I had the space, so I figured why not use it. So yeah, it's cool. Oh yeah, with the solstice, we'll be generating power 24/7. How badass is that? Right? I just never thought about that. That's pretty cool. We'll leave the freaking microwave on all the time. You just keep staring at yourself when I do that. Just notice that. That's awesome. Jim says 2 motorcycles and a backpack. Not for me. What? I would totally do that. In fact, we talked about that earlier because our friend Jill Sessa she just got an award for her Ural motorcycle out at Overland Expo. So that was cool. And Jill's amazing. I don't know if she still goes by Vespa in a laptop.
Yeah,
I think it's just Jill Sessa now.
I think so.
Anyway, it's her and her dog who has doggles. He's
He
so
has
cute.
doggles. He has a sidecar.
Yeah, he's in the sidecar. He's freaking adorable. But yeah, she travels around on a motorcycle, and it's amazing.
Yep.
I don't know about a backpack. I think that's a little much. Even though we're planning on, there's talks of doing the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Someday.
I have 2 you can have. Well, don't tell him. No, we don't. We rode motorcycles. Laura rode them for a long time. I had one in Atlanta. I didn't ride it that much. Maybe one day. To me, it's just like so much to see. I just want a better 4x4 type vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
One that I can take really off-road. The Subaru's okay. It gets us where we need to go, but it's not like going over boulders and stuff like that.
No.
It would cry if we had to do that.
Uh-huh.
Of course, Subaru. Yeah, Badajian Hippie, the summer solstice, and the Aurora Borealis in Alaska. 2 of my biggest bucket items. Yeah, man. It's gonna be so cool. I'm so psyched. And like I've been telling some people, we're not sports fans at all, like 0. In fact, Laura probably won't even go. But they have a midnight baseball game. I think that'd be kind of cool to see, you know? I mean, everybody that's been up there that witnesses like that 24 hours of sunlight says it really messes you up because you'll be outside like hanging out, being like, oh man, we'll have dinner in a little bit. And it always looks like 4 o'clock. And then like 4 hours later, you're like, oh yeah, we'll eat in a little while. And all of a sudden it's like 2 in the morning. You're like, oh, whoa, we need to go to sleep. And it's still late. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yep.
You're talking so much, Laura. Let's see here. I grew up in Gresham, Sandy area, so there are some cool places out there. Is Mount Hood beautiful or what?
Well,
Mount Hood is really beautiful when you can see it.
Yes.
We've seen it once.
Yeah.
The whole week.
Yeah.
And it was like, we saw it and
We're
it
like-
was, the sun was going down and so it was lit up like orange. Oh my God. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
But since then we haven't seen it. Laura's like, is that it? And I'm like, there is no mistaking, is that it? Mount Hood is gigantic.
Yeah.
So it like you look at it and you feel like the Paramount stars should be going around it. It's like, it's there.
Yeah.
It's so awesome. But we've only seen it once. It's amazing. We definitely want to come up here, spend more time. over that side, out of kind of like the downtown Portland area, but out towards Mount Hood. Yeah, and go chill out there. There's a ton of woods, ton of park, a lot of hanging to do, a lot of things to see.
Yes.
There's not enough time, everybody. Go now. Can't wait to see the adventures on video.
What?
This is our video person, right? Here.
Mm.
We were in Juneau during the week of July 4th. They do fireworks on the 3rd because it will still be light on the 4th. That's awesome. Holy crap. I never think about that.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited. How did we meet? I don't even remember how we met. No, we actually met at a baking competition.
No, we met before that though, didn't we? That was the first time we met?
It's the first time I laid eyes on her.
I thought Lee introduced us before then.
Nope, she introduced us afterwards.
Oh, okay. Then that's where.
She made Mexican hot chocolate donuts. They were delicious. She hasn't made them since.
Nope.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
How long
It
have
was
we
a
been together?
vegan baking competition at
Yeah.
Cosmo's Vegan Shop in Atlanta.
It's not
Rest
there
in
anymore.
peace.
Yeah.
Just like Dough Bakery. Yeah, that was a long time ago. 11, 12 years.
12 years? Yeah.
12, I think.
We know all of each other's secrets. Are you boondocking on your way to Alaska, staying in parks, or a mixture?
Mostly boondocking.
I'd say probably mostly boondocking,
Yeah.
as much as we can. Like, I love Canadian.
Oh, the provincial parks.
The
really
provincial
nice.
parks are
Yeah.
amazing. They're
Yeah.
so nice, especially compared to some of the American ones. Like the provincial parks, I think all have power, where most of the national parks in the U.S. don't.
Yeah.
Which now is okay with us.
Yeah,
Before
now
it
we
was
don't
like, no, this sucks. We're gonna have to run our generator the whole time. But
Yeah.
now we don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
That's sweet, lovey-dovey. Ugh. She does that to me all the time in the RV. She's like, I love you, I love you. I'm just kidding. No, she doesn't. Anyway,
All right.
it's good times. How long have we been doing this? We're coming up on 120 minutes.
Yep, that would.
4 minutes till 7.
So,
Any last minute request?
Yep, because we're probably
Another one of
gonna
these.
end this at 7.
Yep.
So
We're gonna
have
go 2
dinner.
hours. Ooh, what are we having tonight?
I don't know.
Everybody wants to know. That's literally the only questions that are coming in. There's so many.
There are no questions I can see from here.
Don't look.
I'd have to look at my list.
Oh yeah. So actually, talk about that.
About what? How I.
Yeah.
So, how I menu plan?
Oh my God. Don't even say it.
What?
I was going to ask you to dance underwater, but wasn't sure if you'd do it without your partner. I don't know what that means. I want to. Whoa, John, 10 p.m. What's up, man? You need to be going to sleep. Rick J, what's for dinner? What's for dinner, Laura?
I don't know. Something. We'll have something.
Yeah.
I know I have a chickpea cauliflower curry that I can make. We could have leftover
Thanks, Rick.
spinach black bean burritos.
Those are delicious. Now I get it, Pamela. Yes. If y'all saw that video of the motorhome experiment, Paul and I rubbing on each other, there is way more of that video that is not shown.
That whole
was-
situation was ridiculous. We can never go back to that hot springs. We can never go back.
Especially if anybody sees that video. Oh my God, it was ridiculous. We had the best time. God, I love Paul to death. I love Paul and Lorena. They're so awesome. Such good people. Anyway, yeah, we're outside of that huge Hot Springs fans. That's why I kind of said we're going to Liard is one of our major stops.
Yeah,
if
we
not
love
like
hot springs.
the spot that we're gonna stop. It's gonna be awesome. More like you do. We're doing the rubbing. Yeah, you can see the other parts of the videos. He had his fair share of slave Leia moments.
Slave Leia.
I don't know.
Oh, nerd.
Yep. Anyway, it was a good time.
Yeah.
We love hanging out with it. Laughed. Oh yeah, that video was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, this is the end. You didn't even
Yeah.
talk about your menu plan because she loves the
No,
stall.
I-
She's like, oh, you do need to talk about it though.
Yeah, but that's more than a couple minutes worth of,
No, it's
kind of
not.
what I
You do it really quick.
No, it takes me forever.
Anyway, here, I'll rub on her.
Oh. You're reenacting?
Reenacting.
Yeah.
Paul, you're so hot.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so Pamela, yes, she does an amazing job at Instagram and all of it. Hey, Potassium, thanks.
Grizzly Goods.
Grizzly Goods,
Yeah, grizzlygoods.com.
Georgia Vegans. Yep,
Maybe? Yep.
yep. So
They
good.
should do them for all the states.
I'm so glad I met you guys. Oh yeah, yep. We're glad we met you too, John. We had a good time.
Yes.
Too bad we weren't there longer.
Yeah.
Yep.
We could have hung out.
Anyway, all right, let's call it, lady.
Yep. Awesome. Well,
Let's do
thanks
this.
everybody for coming and hanging out with us.
Yeah.
And any more questions when the video posts, you can just drop them in there, and
Or you can
we'll
email
answer
us.
them. Yeah.
Always email.
Yeah, on the website it's easy to find, or it's just us@veganrv.com.
Yep.
And
Well, cool.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. Anyway,
All right.
good night, you guys. See ya.
Bye.